Today we are rebuilding the Boston Celtics, and the reason this team needed a rebuild, Jason Tatum with the Achilles tear. An absolute shame. Honestly, I thought this team was going to be like Eastern favorites for the next like 3-4 years. That's how it looked after they won the championship, but things changed fast in the NBA. So this first season, we don't have Jason Tatum, which means the lineup for this first year, we got Anthony Simons. They got in a trade with Portland. They traded Drew Holiday back to Portland. They actually got him from Portland the first time, if you remember. We got Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Chris Boucher, Neemias Queta. I put way too much accent on that. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. We got Pritchard, the sixth man of the year, being the sixth man of the current year. Sam Hauser, an amazing spacer. Xavier Tillman, and that's the team pretty much. So I feel like online there's a lot of debate. Should the Celtics tank? Should they just try? I feel like while this man is here, Joe Mazzulla, this team is going to be trying very hard. They're probably not going to be tanking very much. So let's try to be a realistic Celtics rebuild, and let's try as hard as we can. I think this first year, probably a balanced approach. I mean, the Celtics were just a pick and switch heavy offense with Tatum there. I don't know if you want to do that with Jaylen Brown as the primary option, to be honest. So the Celtics do have their own first round pick this year, which is why people in the Celtics fandom probably want them to tank. Imagine getting a great big. They lost Al Horford. They lost Porzingis. They need a big. We don't really got one. All right. I don't think we're going to be very good. I do think we should at least be in the play-in. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little overly optimistic about the Celtics. Just feel like they've been a solid team for too long. I know Jason Tatum, obviously he's one of the best players in the NBA. Okay, you know what? Looking at the way this is going, maybe we are going to be tanking unintentionally. Actually, no, we're 9-10, 10-10. So things are not going too bad. Making sure Jason Tatum didn't sneak back in there. So on Christmas Day, we're 18-11. I think we might need to throw a party for that. We are third in the East, and I think that seems about right. How are the Knicks 28 wins, 2 losses? Brother, did they trade for Michael Jordan in his prime? No. They actually are just the normal New York Knicks, who were kind of an underperforming team last year, to be honest. I thought they were kind of a little mid. Sheesh, man. Well, I feel like realistically, I don't think we're better than Detroit without Tatum. Without Tatum, I don't think we're better than Cleveland, and probably about as good as these other teams. Indiana's probably better than us. Indiana is better than us. I don't know why Indiana's only 15-15. Let's keep going. So this summer, the people we really got to re-sign are Anthony Simons, and all of the bigs I have are off of contract too, but they're not that important. So I think I'm going to trade Anthony Simons, honestly. I just don't really... I mean, he will re-sign. I feel like with Simons and Pritchard, we just have a little too much like skill overlap. Obviously, they're not the exact same player, but they're similar. Like if I could get a big or a youngin', I got offered Drew Holiday again, but Drew's gonna he's gonna fall off a cliff, man. 35 years old, I don't like that. Now this is an interesting one. I got offered De'Aaron Fox. Now let's see if 2K has his contract extension in. All right, so De'Aaron Fox, it says 1 year, 37. It's actually a 5-year contract, so I'm not sure why 2K still hasn't fixed that, but it's there. I like De'Aaron Fox a bit more, but I don't love De'Aaron as an off-the-ball player that much, and I also don't think this is a realistic trade the Spurs would do. Now, a trade that's interesting here is Nick Claxton. I'm actually not a very big Nick Claxton fan. Main reason, my man is 215 pounds. I could post bro up, but, you know, on the Celtics team when Jason Tatum's coming back. Tatum is big, tall, thick, strong. He can do some rim protection. So I like this trade for next year's team, which is really what we're here for. And I will have to figure out point guard because I'm not sure I love Pritchard as the starter. I like these spark plug point guards more as bench guys, but is what it is. Tatum, get your ass out of here. Yeah, now my bench for this year is weird. I got Neemias, I got Thomas, and I got Luka Garza. So I honestly feel like I need to shift one of these guys out for like a wing or a guard as well. If I could get any value from Thomas Bryant, who we literally just signed as a free agent, that would be incredible. But we're kind of, you know, building up his value a little bit here. And there we go. Scottie Pippen Jr. again. So the Grizzlies already have Ja. They already have Ty Jerome. Scottie Pippen Jr. is only 6'1", so I can see why he's a little bit expendable. I don't know why the Grizzlies would do this trade with that team option. So I still think even they wouldn't do this trade. I'm going to take a flyer on Leonard Miller. I guess maybe the Timberwolves want to get Luka Garza back in the building. Still kind of a big, but I don't know. So after my trades, I got Pritchard, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Chris Boucher, Nick Claxton as my starting 5. Off the bench, I got Neemias, Sam Hauser, Thomas Bryant, and Leonard Miller. Don't love the bench, obviously, but I think the team should be decent. Obviously, this rebuild is way more about next year than it is about this first year. All right, day before the trade deadline. We're now second in the East. I mean, the team is just improving. We're getting better. I mean, the Knicks are 42-8, so I don't think we're catching this New York team. I'm gonna be realistic. If we win the title this first season, I'm like low-key gonna be disappointed in the 2K sim engine, and we just got offered Isaiah Hartenstein for Claxton. I think this is an interesting trade. I don't know what's in it for OKC. So for OKC, they're still getting a starting quality center at a lower salary. That's why they're making this trade. Small market team. Thing for me, I like the big centers with a lot of weight. I like this Hartenstein for us better. I like the fit better for us than Claxton. I just think it's a better defensive piece for us. Got to give up the second round pick. More than happy to do so. We're going to make this trade. Little cap casualty for OKC, but I think that's what it was always supposed to be with him. And I just got to keep putting Tatum in my reserves, man. This is getting annoying. All right, so let's finish out the year. I really like the Hartenstein pickup. Now, I'm going to have to re-sign him next year, not this summer, because he's got the team option. But I think we've got a pretty solid thing here. The thing I want to add alongside Tatum and Brown is a more distributed point guard. I feel like Drew Holiday was more of like an off-ball point guard, and so is Derek White. Obviously, with Porzingis at the 5, staying healthy. 2 years ago, the Celtics spacing was just incredible. They were just unstoppable with that 5-out offense. Don't know if we're going to be able to recreate that, right? So we're going to try to get a more traditional point guard on this team. Honestly, if Chris Paul wasn't averse to living in the Northeast, I think Chris Paul this year, if Tatum was healthy, would have been a great addition to the Celtics. But obviously, Chris Paul's about to retire, so I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about, mate, okay? But we are going to end up being a 52-win team. I think with all the trades, it's not the most unrealistic thing. Jokic is the MVP. Cooper Flag's the rookie. And your boy Neemias Queta, most improved. I like that. Okay. Jaylen Brown on the all-NBA second team. That's great for Jaylen. Almost 30 points a game. Honestly, with how much Jaylen likes to shoot, I could see it. Field goal percentage, unrealistically high, but you know, it's 2K. All right. And we are going to be that number 2 seed. So I'm just going to simulate the rounds by round because I don't want to make too much adjustments. It will hurt my soul if somehow we win the title here. And that's okay. We lose in the first round of the Raptors. I know we were the 2 seed, but I feel like a first round exit to me is a most realistic outcome of the Celtics season. So I'm glad to see this kind of played out the way I'm forecasting it to play out. I'm sorry. Did we win in the first round? Oh, we won in the first round. We won in the second round. We're in the NBA Finals. Okay, please let us lose. All right, we lost. Okay. I'm not supposed to be happy about losing, but why are we in the NBA Finals? How did we beat the Cavs with this team? All right, draft lottery. We are obviously not involved. So we have the 25th pick. Bit worse than I was hoping, to be honest, but let's see what we can do with it. 25 trade offers for this pick. I mean, I'm just seeing first round picks. That is a Wizards pick, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Why would the Knicks do an unprotected Wizards pick? 2K, you gotta fix this, bro. Huh? Why would you do that? Nets, Houston, Brooklyn Nets swap for this first round pick. Nets swap I kind of like, but worst, swap worst. I think we're just gonna make the pick, honestly. We need some cheap contracts. We got Darius a cuff, 6'3" point guard, speedy blow by ace. Kinda sounds like a playmaker. Sounds like what I need. I don't know the upcoming college kids well at all. So we drafted a 73 overall 19-year-old. Kind of love that. So we're bringing Hartenstein back, bringing Neemias back. Baylor Shireman. I mean, this guy didn't develop at all for us. Minute didn't develop. Walsh didn't develop. Leonard Miller was not really developing for us, but only 22. I'm gonna hold off. Okay, so I want a play-making point guard, and so Tyus Jones is sitting here. I feel like Tyus Jones is kind of the guy I want. Now, Keon Ellis, I would be pretty shocked if the Kings let this guy go. Given that the Kings kind of gave this guy the keys to the engine by letting Fox go, we've got him here, but he's an unrestricted free agent. I don't think in real life the Celtics would be able to afford him with a contract offer like this, but 5.8 for 2 years, I'm gonna try it. He's not the playmaker that Tyus Jones is, but he has better perimeter defense. All right, and he agrees to come through. So looking at our roster, we got Pritchard and Ellis in our point guard rotation. Like that. I'm probably gonna start Ellis. Derek White's the only 2 guard. Hauser off the bench. I feel like we're like 1 or 2 guys short on the bench to have a really quality team. I'm wondering if I can turn Sam Hauser into more guys. Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't look like it. Dante DiVincenzo, and I only have to give up a second round pick. Listed as a point guard. Man, I think DiVincenzo's pretty good. I guess for the Timberwolves, this lets them have a guy that they keep under contract because they're gonna have cap issues of their own, and they're a small market team. So I'm guessing that's what makes sense here for them. Boom! We bring in DiVincenzo. Now I feel like we desperately need a backup wing. Aaron Wiggins can play the 4, can play the 3. I can only offer him the minimum, so I'm really hoping we can get him, but I don't think we will be able to. And we do. Okay. Celtics effect. One more guy. Can we get one more guy? Bogdanovich for depth. Can we get him on a minimum? We can. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we just got to sign dudes. That's really all it is. Muhammad come to the Celtics. All right, honestly, a very successful free agency for us. Derek White at 32 years old has progressed down to an 86. Hartenstein's down to an 81. Still a pretty solid roster, though. So here we go. Year 2, we got Keon Ellis, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Isaiah Hartenstein. We got Tatum back off the Achilles injury. Pritchard off the bench as the 6th man with DiVincenzo, Neemias Queta, and Aaron Wiggins. Honestly, I'm now rethinking the Dante trade. I feel like Hauser would have been nice to have here as a little bit of a tweener. And another backup big wouldn't have been bad to have either. We've got good depth now. I mean, Bogdanovich is even getting minutes. We have more pieces. So this guy we signed in free agency, 6'10", power forward center, shoots about a third. About 40% of his shot attempts are threes. I still feel like the field percentage is pretty low. I don't know how many minutes I want to give him. I kind of feel like we maybe need to see how the season plays out a little bit here before we really make a change. Now we are going to play through our star Jason Tatum, and I actually feel really good about this team. I definitely think this is probably the best team in the East. Again, maybe not. I don't know, man. I still think I would take us over this Knicks team. I know they were crazy in the sim last year, but I think I'll take us over this team. So let's go to January 1st with our new Boston Celtics and see how much Celticing we do. Celticing. It's a good verb. It's a good verb. And we are a good team, man. We're off to a great start. 7-2, 8-2. Okay, stop offering me bad trades. Sometimes the CPU will offer you an unprotected Wizards pick for like the 20th pick in the draft, and then it'll offer you just garbage. Why would I trade Pritchard for Kobe Buffkin? I wouldn't do that. I'm first in the power rankings. I'm first in the conference, and I lost to the Knicks. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Pat Williams, no. Brother, I'm a contender. I don't want your rebuilding pieces. I'm out here to catch a fat W. All right, 24 wins, 8 losses, 13.5 point differential. We are murdering teams. We are so good. Bro, our guy Jason Tatum is averaging almost 35 a game. I don't know how realistic this scoring distribution is. Honestly, I feel like Pritchard should be averaging a bit more. Keon Ellis is averaging 4 points as our starting point guard, playing 27 minutes a game. That's not very good. Yikes, he is shooting the ball very poorly. Gonna keep my eye on Keon here. Maybe we make a trade there. We will go to about the trade deadline. I don't know if we're gonna make a trade. I'm kind of 50-50 on it right now. I guess we're gonna see how the next, little bit plays out. We're a good team. We're a pretty dominant team statistically, but record-wise, we're not like the Globetrotters. Do the Globetrotters ever lose? I think the Globetrotters are undefeated, right? Have they ever lost a basketball game? I don't know if they have. 40-10, baby. So the trade, if we're gonna make one, I feel like, is to get another backup big. We have Neemias. He's doing okay. Doing okay, man. He's doing okay. Or Ellis, just to see if we can get a point guard upgrade. Maybe we can package Ellis with like a first-round pick, just to see if we can get the point guard upgrade. Tyus Jones was the other point guard we could have gone for in free agency, so I want someone who's like a tier above him in a trade, and I'm just not gonna find that guy. Yeah, nobody has a point guard on the trade block. I'm trying to go through the team intel. Not a lot of intel being dispersed here. I feel like, I don't know. I just don't want to regret not making a move. But you know what? The team is good. 40-10. I'm sticking with it. I'm believing in the core we built. Come on, man! Pull it together! But first, we will sign some contract extensions. I know we had a lot of momentum, but we got to slow down real quick. We actually have a lot of good guys who want to come back, which is a great sign. Neemias Queta. I feel like this guy has been awesome for us. I'll give him $3 million. I want to be nice. I don't want to give him the minimum. I want to give him 3. Want him to feel like he's a big man. Big man, big part of the team. Team option. He's back. Our starting center, Isaiah Hartenstein, $11 million. There's no way Hartenstein would only take $11 million. Let's give him a realistic extension of like 18. Let's keep it realistic. Okay. Pritchard, he would take more than that too. It's Peyton Pritchard. What are we doing, 2K? I gotta pay these guys what they're worth. I feel like this is probably what he would take. Took it. Okay. And DiVincenzo. I want DiVincenzo back. The thing is, I don't think DiVincenzo's taken a cheap offer, but I have so much bird rights and salary cap space. We're gonna slide DiVincenzo that little 10 milli, okay? And everyone's back. That's really weird. 2K was really undervaluing what those guys would sign for. So I don't know. This is obviously only the second rebuild video we've done, but I feel like there's been a lot of weird procedural issues like that with this 2K, at least from what I'm seeing. Maybe we are seeing that NBA contracts are kind of changing the way the structure, that payment of them is how they're going. A lot of these guys are getting way less money than they thought, like a Jonathan Kuminga type guy, getting paid way less offered-wise than he thought he would be. So that's why he's still, taking his qualifying offer from the Warriors. In real life, that's an example player, but still feels a little weird figured that Isaiah Hartenstein, he's on a $20 million contract right now. He's a pretty good player. He's coming off a lot of consecutive good seasons, but only taking an $11 million extension. I find that a little weird, but we're rolling with it. And we are a 60-win team. God damn, we are nice. 68-14, 34 points a game for Jason Tatum, en route to the MVP. Tatum's on that first team. I got Jaylen Brown on that third team. And in the first round, your boy is playing against the Orlando Magic. That's kind of a tough draw. You know, that's who the Celtics had last year. 1 and I want to say 5. I feel like the Magic are like a fun matchup for the Celtics, but I don't know. I feel like they still really don't have enough shooting. Like, I feel like they needed to add like 2 Desmond Bane type players in terms of shot ability to shoot. It's hard to get 2 Desmond Banes. Desmond Bane's pretty good. I feel like this matchup is just about protecting the paint. So let's just help out a little bit more. Protect the paint, crash the glass. Magic don't have a good offense. This should be a 5-game series, in my opinion. We're up to nothing, or maybe it's gonna be a sweep. Yep, we sweep them. I don't know. All right, the Indiana Pacers, the team that you just think they're gonna lose and they win. It's what they do. So the Pacers are Tyrese Halliburton, Nembhard Mathurin, Pascal, and Isaiah Jackson because they lost Miles Turner. I forgot about that. So I feel like this is a team we can kind of beat up on the inside. Obviously a super tough team, a team that we want them to play slow. They're gonna make us play fast. So let's make a game plan for them really quick. All right, I feel like this is going to be like a 5 or a 6-game series. I still feel pretty good about the Celtics. So we do lose game 2 by 2. We win game 3 by 5. This is a very close series, and we are going to win it, though. Yep, we are. Okay, the Atlanta Hawks. This is another team I feel like the Celtics keep facing in the playoffs, and the Hawks have pulled up a couple upset playoff wins against us. Why am I saying us? I'm not even a Celtics fan. All right, they got Trae Young, Great Barrier Thief, Zachary Richasset, Jalen Johnson, and Nikola Vucevic, with Toby Okongwu and Kobe Buffkin coming off the bench. Man, if this is real life, I'm just attacking Vucevic in the pick and roll all game long. I actually think this team has a fun kind of matchup against us. They could probably attack us in a variety of ways, but I still feel good about having, you know, the 2 best players in the series. Maybe you could say only the best player in the series if you like Trae Young more than Jaylen Brown. I feel like the thing with Jalen Johnson is he was having a year, but he wasn't a knockdown shooter. All right, game 1, we're going to take that. Game 2, we're going to take that. Game 3 in Atlanta, we're going to take that, man. And we just cruised through the East. 1 loss en route to the NBA Finals, going against the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, Kyrie Irving versus the Boston Celtics in the finals again. Well, we got a matchup from 2 years ago. All right, let's see this Mavs team. We got Kyrie Irving, Quentin Grimes, Cooper Flagg's already a 90 overall after 2 seasons. He's higher than Anthony Davis. Wow. And Derek Lively down there. That's damn. They got Quentin Grimes back on their team too. Bro, that is a good team. I actually think that's a better team than we are, but they have spacing issues. So I think we can definitely take advantage of the spacing issues they're going to have. Kyrie really struggled against the Celtics in real life. Cooper Flag has an A3, bro. I don't know. Let's put that to the test. I don't think Cooper Flag's going to kill us with his 3 ball, to be honest. All right, game 1. I think this is going to be a really tough series for us. They win game 1 by 5. Really high scoring game. Jason Tatum went off for us. Cooper Flag, 5 of 10 from 3. Okay, all right, Cooper Flag, you've earned our respect. Jeez Louise, man. Why did I say not to guard his 3-pointer? Man just started blasting us. All right, game 2. Oh, I hit simulate round. Oh my God, and we're down 3-1. Jesus. Okay. All right. Down 2-3, and they beat us in 6. Okay, yeah, that team is going to be a tough one for us. So we got to figure out how we're going to overcome those Mavs. We have the 30th pick in the draft. Don't love that. Knicks have the first pick. They almost traded that to me. I only turned it down because that was just such an unrealistic offer. With the 30th pick, I mean, it's definitely not going to be someone who plays for us. Like this guy's named Chuck Knight, mid-range menace. Like the sound of that guy seems like a badass. All right, so the Knicks get just a stud because they have the first pick from Washington. Ridiculous. Jokic and Giannis decline their player options. So does Donovan Mitchell. So does Karl Towns. So does Kyrie Irving. Anthony Davis accepts though. Looks like he's declining though. So I mean, we are not in a bad spot here, honestly. Like I feel like we're still going to be title favorites, especially if the Mavs just kind of fall apart. I'm going to try to sign Santi Aldama in free agency here with whatever I can give him. I don't know why he would take such a small contract or why the other teams wouldn't go for him, but you know what? Everyone's focused on these big fish. So many big names in free agency. We're just going to swoop in and take the small guys in the meantime. Max Strus is another guy I like I think Max Strus is just good. He's a good basketball player. It's a hot take. Maybe for some, not for me. Where'd he go? I think he got signed by somebody else after I just did all that. Najee Marshall. I like Najee Marshall. Let's try to get Najee signed with the Lakers. Understandable. Good weather. Good weather. But there's more to life than the weather. Okay, so definitely some like falling off from our team. Objectively speaking, as much as positive as I want to be, the team is objectively worse with the player progression. Showing a lot of red. I'm feeling a little dead. I'm gonna try the Keon Ellis package trade once again to get a better point guard. I feel like I almost need to put more in to get more out. Yang Hansen. I love this guy. Portland didn't play him last year? Why? Oh, they played him for like a minute. He outscored the other team by 2. I kind of want to take a flyer on Yang. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We need a defender at point. Nah, I want to do it though. Maybe they'll do something else. So the rookie we took last year, Darius, is already up to a 79 overall. Kind of like that, man. So I actually am gonna make that trade for Yang. I didn't realize how good that guy had gotten. He actually passed Keon. What is his skill set though? He has B+ perimeter defense, so it's okay, but I do think he's gonna be a better overall player this year. So I'm gonna trade Keon Ellis and a 2nd round pick for Yang Hansen. So I got Yang and I got Aldama on the bench. So I'm wondering if I can like really upgrade. Nemus, I hate to trade this guy. He's been giving me good vibes all rebuild, but I feel like it might be the move to package him to try to get another really good bench player like a Bronny James and an Austin Reeves. What the heck is this package? Okay, first off, why is Austin Reeves only a 79 overall? Second off, why is Bronny James a 77 overall? Third off, why would they trade these guys to us? They're both better than the guys I'm giving up. Dude, okay, 2K. I just feel like 2K needs to maybe eye something. Colin Sexton. Oh, if I love him next to Pritchard. We need a wing, man, a wing. Kind of looking around the league for small forwards I might want to trade for. It seems like so many guys have been signed like kind of recently, so we are going to hold off on trading until we can actually make those trades. So we have the former rookie Darius Akuff at our starting point guard. We got Derek White still. We got Jaylen Brown. We got Jason Tatum, Isaiah Hartenstein. Now this is a pivotal year because I think if we don't win it this year, I'm going to move on from Derek White. He is declining in overall, and honestly, his perimeter defense is below 90 now, so that kind of hurts. Pritchard at the 6th man still. Aldama, who we brought off from free agency. Yang Hansen, who we just traded for. And Dante DiVincenzo. Love this 4-man bench unit. It's really solid. I still think if we could get like a proper 3 to replace DiVincenzo, who I like, I think that would be really good for us. I also have Kita, but honestly, I'm going to take his minutes away at this point. I just feel like we got too many bigs off the bench, man. We don't need you. We don't need you mucking it up. So we are going to go until when people can get traded again. That's around Christmas. So let's go to Christmas. Tamari Kamara, I get offered, but I don't want to trade my starting center for him. Damn, so we are definitely underperforming this year. 19-10, 20-10. Last year we had 40 wins when we had 10 losses. So big step back. We're still first in the conference ranking, and we did win the East last year. But wow, the Chicago Bulls, 21-10. I'm not worried about this team, but that's the type of team that you should be worried about in 2K, the ones you're not worried about. Damn, we're not doing so well when our point guard's out there. I'm a little sad about that. I was hoping he could really bring us something, but he's shooting under 40%, shooting way too many threes. He has a 55 3-point shot. You gotta go, buddy. Bro, I didn't assume bro was worse than me at shooting threes. What the hell? In the meantime, we're benching him for Pritchard. Pritchard's got to start, and honestly, we're taking his minutes away. Okay, we're gonna go to the trade deadline, see if the starting lineup change makes a difference, but wow, man, that guy can't shoot. He really can't shoot. I feel like an idiot, man. I feel so damn stupid. 32-17. We're still first in the conference, but it feels like we're bad. It doesn't feel like we're a good team at all. I'm not liking the way this is going. All right, I'm doing something embarrassing. I'm trading back for Keon Ellis after we traded him. I just have to, man. It just wasn't working out there. Dude, I don't know what to do. I'm feeling really stuck. I feel like we have a good team. I don't know if this is truly a championship level team. I'm worried. I feel like if I move on now, I'll be stuck with a lot of old guys, and we're almost gonna have to like totally restart a rebuild. But I do feel like this team could be good enough, but it's a little late for me to experiment because I'm at the trade deadline. The good news is I'm at the top of the conference, right? Like I got the Pacers. That's a tough one. We beat them last year. I think we can beat them again. Hawks we beat last year. You know what? I'm gonna roll with it. I like the team, kind of. I don't love the team. I like the team. If I've learned anything from making these videos is that the teams you think are gonna suck in this game are awesome. So I'm gonna hope we hold on to a top 2 seed and make some magic happen. All right, 56 and 26. Not a bad year, honestly. It felt way worse than I guess it actually ended up being. Knicks got that first overall pick. He wins Rookie of the Year. I don't got Jason Tatum on that first team. I don't got him on that second team. I got him on the third team. My boy JT, 27 points a game. He had a real big fall off, so that was not helpful for us either. We ended up as the #1 seed, though. I like that. Going against the New York Knicks. Oh my God. They got Jalen. It's basically the normal Knicks, except they've added this first overall pick guy. Wow, that's a bit scary. Let's see what happens. We're going to simulate game 1. We take it in a route. They win game 2. We win game 3. We win 4. And we win 5. Okay. Detroit Pistons now. Who do we got on the Pistons? Cade, Sexton, Thompson, Ron Holland, and Jalen Duren. This team cannot shoot. This team cannot shoot. This team's got no prayer of shooting. Wow, they really can't shoot. I don't know how many times I have to say that before. People understand this team can't shoot. Yeah, the only guy I really have to worry about shooting is Cade. I mean, Ron Holland, not a shooter. Jalen Duren's not a shooter. Colin Sexton, I guess he attempts jump shots. Not well. Sor Thompson doesn't even really attempt threes. All right, I think we're gonna win this, but it's a tough team. We only win by 8. All right, we win by 41. We win by 17, and we sweep. Yeah, I mean, that team is a spacing disaster. I don't know how that team's supposed to compete. The Milwaukee Bucks. Uh-oh, Giannis time. Giannis and Donovan Mitchell with Miles Turner at the center. That's a tough squad, man. That's a tough one. Okay. All right, I still feel like this is probably our series. I know they got Giannis. I think they got the best player, but I think we just have better spacing still. Donovan Mitchell, though, is scary, man. He actually has been roasting the Celtics, just can't stay healthy. And we have a rematch with the Dallas Mavericks. Celtics won 2 years ago. They beat us last year. Is this the year we can beat them? Anthony Davis is down to an 85, but Flag is up to a 94. They lost Quentin Grimes. That's a big loss for them. Did they lose Derek Lively, too? Man, that could be tough for them. This could be our year, man. All right, game 1, we win it. Game 2, they take it by 2 points. All right, we take game 3. Every game's been close. We got game 4 by 1. Yes! We win the chip with the Boston Celtics. Let's go, JT, the Finals MVP, 32-7-3. A great redemption arc for the Celtics, and this is a team we probably have to blow up after this offseason with how we structured the contracts. But honestly, when you win the chip, it's worth it. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash the like button. I'm gonna have more 2K rebuilds coming your way very soon. I'll see you guys soon. I'm saying soon so much. Very soon. All these things are happening soon. Peace.